Hi guys, welcome to the vlog dailiness. Today's Tuesday, and it's 2 days before Thanksgiving, which is kind of happy and sad at the same time. If you haven't seen my Instagram posts or Facebook posts, if you're friends with me on Facebook, then you have no clue what I'm talking about. I posted on Instagram and Facebook, like a 1-year memorial for my grandmother who died today, but a year ago. So what I'm going to do is just talk about her and just her life and what I can remember of that day, because, I don't know. I don't know, bros. I don't know, my peeps. I don't know. I remember, I'm going to tell you my aunt. My grandmother lived with my aunt who lives near us, so we were able to get there sooner than my great aunt, who wasn't there to see her last moments in life, which is sad because my great aunt, I don't remember her name, but now she's the only living relative in the Sunderlands of that generation. So yeah. But anyway, I'm just trying to think. If you look at the picture on Instagram, you can see, like, scarring on her arms and on her face. I know, she didn't look like a normal person. The reason that is because she got 3-degree burns. When my uncles, Dick and Dan, were little, they were twins. I think Dick had prosthetic, like he had to have like braces on his legs when he was a toddler. And the old school houses where they'd have a furnace in the house, like or something like open, like an open furnace or something. I remember hearing this story. Like, I've only heard it once, but I can remember it. Dick and Dan, they were sitting by the furnace, I guess, getting warm, and then their mom told them to go to a different part of the house, which they did, and I guess like only a few minutes later the furnace exploded, and my dad and my aunt, they were out of the house, they were at a friend's house, and they were riding their bikes back home when the fire truck passed or whatever, and so they rode their bikes faster and faster to the house, just because they were worried. So when they got there, they saw it was there, and Anna, my grandma, she went inside the house, and she rescued Dick and Dan, I don't want to cry, because it's so unselfish, and I don't want to cry, but I think I'm going to cry. I think I took my makeup off. But she risked her own life for her 2 twins, and that's something every mother should do if they're put in that situation. Anyone that they love you should do that in a situation like that, even with people you don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so from there she got 3-degree burns, and because of the 3-degree burns, her esophagus would shrink, it would shrink, so she'd have to go in like every 6 months or whatever, and they'd have to open it up more. But around the time she died, which is about now, a few months, a few weeks before, they couldn't open it any larger. They couldn't open it because it was small, so they couldn't enlarge it anymore, or else it would tear. So they couldn't do that. They found something in her lung, and I think I don't know what it was. It was a tumor, but no, it wasn't in her lung. It was like going into the lung, into the lung. It was like that. So I don't know if it was cancer, so I'm going to assume it was. So that's how I was there at the hospital. I didn't want to go to school. Not just for the fact that I don't like school, for the fact that I wanted to be there for my aunt who was going to be there later on, and for my mother who had to be there in place of my aunt at that time. So I wanted to be there for her too, and my grandma, because I never got to really know her, so yeah, so, and that's the beginning of that, and I think it was only like a month before, but it was short, which is good. It's really short. I don't even know how old she was. I know that oh gosh, she had such a big heart. Gosh. She ran a daycare. She'd babysit special needs and autistic kids. She took in autistic kids. I think she even adopted an autistic. No, she didn't. Yeah, she did. She adopted an autistic kid, I think, or with Down syndrome. I never got to meet any of the people that she took in, unfortunately. I know that one of the girls she took in died. Yeah, I don't know, but she had such a big freaking heart. I remember one story my mom was telling me that, I remember if it was actually her, I think it was her, my grandma, that one day a thief came into the house and like was stealing stuff. I think it was just he was stealing food because he was hungry, and my grandma came in and he was trying to leave, but she's like, no, sit down, you're going to get some food, sit down. My grandma's so kind. I love her. Such a big heart, and try not to cry. She, just hearing stories about her, try not to cry, so just give me time not to break while I break. She's an inspiration to me. Those people in your life, I've had so much death in my life. I'm sorry, guys, it's just, those people who, when they go to a funeral, they don't cry? Or they cry very little? That's me. Because I've had to hold all my feelings back from all the death I've experienced in my life, from losing the people I loved in my life. I just had to hold it back and be strong for my mom, since we've been on our own since forever, except now. But she was a great woman, and I inspire to be like her. She was just a great person, and a great mother, and a great grandmother. I mean, when I got adopted by Ed, my mom was like, okay, everyone sign this thing, and it had a picture of me and him and mom. This is a family forever, whatever. And she wrote on it, I'm just trying not to cry while I say it. And it says, welcome to the family, or you're my only granddaughter. And that just makes me cry, because I'm her only granddaughter. I'm her only granddaughter. When you only get to be someone's one granddaughter once in a lifetime, especially to a person who was such an influence to you. You know, and like I said, I barely knew her. But yeah, she's an inspiration to me, and I love her so much. And her death was quick. She probably didn't feel anything, because of all the drugs they were putting in her. She died at home. You know, I tried my best not to cry at the viewing of the casket or whatever. I tried my best not to cry there because there were people that I didn't know, and a family, of course, and just lots of people I had no clue who they were. And you know, and at the funeral, gosh, so many people showed up. I wanted Jeremy to go, but his parents wouldn't let him go. I don't know why, but I guess they thought school was more important than the death of a loved one. You know, and Jeremy's grandma died before I even knew Jeremy, but I would have skipped school to go to his grandma's funeral. I would skip school to go to anyone's grandma's funeral if I was really close to them. I tried not to cry, okay? Anyway, she was a great woman, and I aspire to be such a great, influential person when I'm older, and a mother, and a grandmother, and a great-grandmother, as she was. I don't have a picture of her with me, on me or anything, but, man, it's just hard for the whole family, I guess, because sometimes I feel like she was the glue in our family. You know, you ever had that person where you feel like they're the glue in the family? She was definitely the glue to me in the family. You know, she was just so amazing. You know, she'd be blushing and saying, "Stop it right now," if she heard me saying this. But I know she's in heaven. I know she's in a better place. I know she's not in pain. And I know she's singing and dancing and walking and being happy. And, you know, just being so happy. And, you know, I should be happy too that she's not in pain. You know, I'm happy she's not in pain. But that leaves us to be in more pain. You know, but pain is good sometimes. So, yeah. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to dedicate this vlog of dailiness to her because it's the 1-year anniversary of her death, and I might do this every year, just in her honor, because I never got to know her. Yeah, so if you guys want to talk to me about something, send me later this or anything at all, you can message me, or you can do whatever. Just do whatever. You can talk to me about anything, bro. Seriously, I'm not kidding. You guys can seriously talk to me about anything. If you're suicidal, if you just feel like you're a waste of space, you can message me, because I have felt that way too. I mean, and every human being's felt that way. So you can just come talk to me. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to people with those same thoughts and feelings. You know, and I may not look like the kind of person that does think that way. And I don't have any tissues, but every human being thinks that way at one point or another. Seriously, I don't have tissues. Guys, I don't have tissues. Sand's gonna run into my face, bro. everyone feels that way at one point or another. So you can come talk to me, or you can go ask Ryan and Link a question, or whatever makes you happy. Thank you guys for watching this emotionally racked video. Question of the day is, what kind of person are you at a funeral? If you don't want to answer that question, that's fine. Are you the kind of person that stays quiet and doesn't talk, doesn't cry a lot, and when they get home they cry themselves to sleep? Or do you bawl and let all your emotions out at once? Just let me know, because I want to know, you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'm sorry if this depressed you. Hopefully it didn't depress you. So go do what makes you happy. Go drink some Mountain Dew from a Kawasaki cup, because my daddy works at Kawasaki. Go drink Mountain Dew, go ride a bike, go paint a mural, go build a sandcastle or snowman, or whatever you want to do, and I sincerely hope that you have a great day.